Hello and what is up guys, my name is Maggie, you are watching TrollenBros, and welcome to the top 5 alien related mods Fallout 4 has to offer. Now in this video we are going to be taking a look at some of the most amazing, well-made and just downright fucking bizarre alien related mods available on the Fallout 4 Nexus. As always, the majority of these mods have already been reviewed by me in the past, so you might end up finding something you've already seen. But as always, there are a few brand new mods I have never showcased thus far. So without further ado, I give you Fallout 4's top 5 alien mods. Now at number 5 we have the Nuka World Vintage Alien Blaster by Hopper31. Next up we have yet another mod that aims to bring something from previous Fallout games into the Commonwealth, and that of course being the Vintage Alien Blaster Pistol. So if you enjoyed Fallout 3, alien weaponry, or Benadryl Cumberstash, then this mod might very well be right up your alley. Now, the Nuka World Vintage Alien Blaster mod adds in a brand new weapon into the Commonwealth, and that of course being the Vintage Alien Blaster Pistol, heavily inspired by the one from Fallout 3. Personally, I am not a big fan of the alien pistol from Fallout 4. In my opinion, it looks just a little bit too much like a fucking toy. I mean, seriously, this looks like something I would be caught playing with as a kid, while running around, making laser noises and setting the neighbor's cat on fire. What the? No one else did that? Anyone? This weapon, however, looks a little bit more realistic and just slightly more similar to an actual gun. Now the mod maker has actually taken both the textures and the meshes for this weapon straight out of the game itself, or more accurately, straight out of one of the DLCs, making this completely compatible with Fallout 4's aesthetic design, as well as 100% immersive. The brand new pistol added by this mod is actually the very same gun that can be found on everyone's favorite lifeless, lizard skin, alien animatronic, Peppermint Cumberstain. Now the weapon itself cannot actually be looted off of Benefactor Cucumber Patch, but can be obtained in one out of two other ways dependent on which type of mod you downloaded, both being available to you at the end of a questline. For example, the one I am currently using is made obtainable to you as soon as you finish the Hebologist questline. And as for the pistol itself, it is pretty much the Alien Blaster Pistol from vanilla Fallout 4, meaning it's not too powerful, but a pretty decent weapon. The mod maker even added the ammo conversion if you run out of AP rounds. And as far as the customization is concerned, oh, don't even get me started on the customization because there is none there. There is no customization whatsoever. None. Personally, I do prefer this version of the Alien Blaster Pistol over the vanilla one tenfold. Maybe because it looks just a little bit more realistic, maybe because of the simplistic design, or maybe because it does not look like a cheap knockoff plastic version made in China.
China's over here. Look at what China's doing. They're learning from China.
As well as, when looked at from certain angles, it can kind of remind you of a butt plug. Not actually relevant, but just thought I'd point that out. And if you still don't feel like downloading this mod, it even comes endorsed by one of this generation's most astute actors and sentient animatronics, Battlefield Overwatch. Coming up next at number 4 we have the Alienware for players and companions by Spoonweg. Now, no Fallout 4 alien playthrough is complete without having the ability to play as an alien yourself, and that is pretty much what the Alienware mod allows you to do. For the most part, the Alienware for players and companions or settlers mod, great name by the way, is essentially a replacer outfit mod that replaces the vanilla tuxedo textures and meshes with the one found on Zetans, giving you the ability to dress up your settlers, your companions, and even yourself as fully blown fucking aliens. So if you ever wanted to play Fallout 4 as an alien, simply equip a tuxedo and roam the wasteland looking like you just smoked the dankest fucking weed in all of the Commonwealth. And let's be honest, I think we all know where that came from.
Smoke weed every day!
Now, because the mod maker actually took the meshes and textures straight from the vanilla game's Zetan NPCs, this mod is 100% compatible with Fallout 4's aesthetical design, seeing as how the mod maker did not import any brand new meshes, textures or functions. Now, for the most part, this mod does work quite well. If nothing else, it does literally what it is meant to do. But there are some hiccups along the way. For example, the apparent hand/finger clipping issue and the quite more serious camel toe issue. Seeing as how this mod is a replacer outfit mod, and some NPCs in the Commonwealth actually do wear tuxedos, you might run into a few interesting encounters.
Oh god, this hurts so fucking much. Where is the sweet release of death?
So I encourage you to put on one of these suits and run around the Commonwealth scaring the absolute fuck out of unattended children. Up next, at number 3, we have the Alien Assault Rifle by Hank Spamadres and Elgos. Do you enjoy ice-cold beverages, illegal aliens, and the gross abuse of a corpse? Well, in that case, you probably should go see a doctor about that. But nonetheless, this might very well just be the mod for you. Now, the Alien Assault Rifle mod. Much like the previous mod showcased, this one also adds in a brand new standalone assault rifle heavily themed after the alien blaster found in Fallout 4, both in aesthetics and damage dealing capabilities. Now, the weapon itself is located exactly where you would think it would be, so if you want to get your hands on one of these bad boys, all you have to do is charge into the alien's hovel, violently murdering him, and then teabagging what's left of his face. And right next to his corpse, you will find an alien assault rifle, right next to an alien assault rifle, and even a blaster and some ammo. You know what, this might just be me, but considering this alien came to someone else's country, claimed it for his own, opened fire on you as soon as he saw you, and carries 3 firearms at a time, I think we might just be dealing with Space Americans. Now, when it comes to customization, this weapon can be modified to an obscene fucking amount. You could improve the barrel, augment the stock, slap on a scope, and even change the way this gun works, changing firing modes from semi-automatic to automatic to shotgun and more or less anything in between. Now yes, there are some crazy fucking weapon mods out there, but let me ask you this, do other weapons allow you to change out the ammo for power cells? Wait, what? They do? Seriously? But can you change out the ammo for a Nuka fucking Cola? Huh? Really? Really? But can you switch out the barrel for a fucking cock? Yeah, I thought as much. And some of the more cosmetic customization options include changing the color of your weapon, giving you the ability to select the color of the metal, the plastic, and even the laser rods within the weapon itself, which also changes the color of the projectiles. That being said, I do honestly quite prefer the classic vanilla blue, but that might just be me, since I do enjoy the bluest of balls. And honestly, without a doubt, this is by far one of the most impressively made assault rifle mods I have ever seen. Not because of the quality of the graphics, or even the depth of the customization, but mainly because how lore-friendly this mod is and how well it fits into Fallout 4 itself. I mean, this weapon really does look and feel like something that could have been in vanilla Fallout 4, instead of the alien blaster pistol itself. What with the ammo conversion, the general wackiness of the weapon, even though the mod maker has made some custom meshes and whatnot, it still does fit the mold of the original design very nicely. So now you can just take one of these bad boys out into the wasteland and shoot up a whole bunch of illegals with the help of this weapon. Oh shit, sorry, I actually meant to say
Mexicans.
Nearing the end here at number 2, we have the Alien Elvis by Skinny Tech Boy. Now, the Alien Elvis mod adds in a brand new, fully voiced companion into the Commonwealth, and that of course being an alien version of Elvis. To find your brand new companion, you will simply have to go to Good Neighbor, or more specifically, the third rail, and simply walk down the stairs where you will find a mysterious silhouette, which turns out to be none other than the king himself. Now, if you're one of those people who just refuse to believe in Elvis's death and wondered where he could be, well, it turns out he was shooting up in a post-apocalyptic dive bar. Now, to enlist Elvis as your companion, you will simply have to walk up to him and engage him in conversation. And then he might just kinda run away. But much like with women, even if he says no, don't give up. And when she calls the police and gets a restraining order, only try harder. And also change your name, that completely avoids the restraining order. I'm not being creepy. Now, if you keep talking to Elvis long enough, he will actually tell you how he got here, and his riveting backstory.
When a man is lost, the first thing you do is look inside a bottle. All I remember is Vegas, the people, the music, the bright lights. Only those lights got a little too bright, and the next thing I know, I'm surrounded by little guys. Only the next thing I know, I'm here in this body, and I don't know where the hell I am.
After which, of course, you can ask him to follow you all over the Commonwealth. Or in his case, just kind of awkwardly waddle around the Commonwealth. Now, if you accidentally engage someone in combat, you will find out that Elvis is a fucking beast, since he killed most of the people in the third rail all on his own. Even though his functions are somewhat limited, this companion still allows you to do everything a normal companion should. Meaning you can talk to him, command him around the place, and even switch out his weaponry.
Sure, why not?
Which he will then grip in a very odd manner. And the mod maker even gives you a brand new holotape, with the help of which you could further customize your companion to your very specific needs. Now, with a companion such as this, the sky is the limit, for you can do a whole bunch of brand new crazy things. For example, go visit the beach, engage in riveting conversations.
I'm happier than a tornado in a trailer park.
Some of which might get pretty fucking creepy.
Hey there, boy. You can't say no in Acapulco.
Can't say no in Acapulco, boy.
Ask him to play you a song.
Tonight, are you listening tonight?
Trigger Elvis's Vietnam War PTSD flashbacks. And even engage in thrilling combat.
Let me hit you with a few songs.
And last but not least, at number 1, we have the Union Blaster, a reverse-engineered Z10 weapon by Kentington. Do you enjoy science fiction-themed weaponry? No? Laser artillery? Also no? Then maybe you'll just enjoy the occasional alien sighting. Well, if so, I highly recommend adding this mod to your load order, because it actually features all three, no matter what the doctors tell you. Now the Union Blaster mod adds in a brand new custom-made energy-themed weapon into the Commonwealth, and that being the Union Blaster, a reverse-engineered Zetan weapon. Now, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I played Fallout 4, I really did enjoy using the Alien Blaster. My only problems with it were it wasn't all that immersive, in my opinion, as well as the general aesthetic did not feel Fallouty enough. This weapon, however, fixes both of those issues in a single swoop, looking like a crazy fucking scientist made it in the apocalypse, but still looking futuristic enough to make it plausible it came from outer space. Now the weapon itself is heavily modeled after the Alien Blaster from Fallout 4, but also has a few unique and custom mechanics. The weapon itself can be found in 2 locations or obtained in 2 different ways, the first of which could be by traveling all the way to the Glowing Sea, to the Sentinel site to be precise. And finding it on the ground next to a puddle of blood and a severed fucking hand. And the other way to obtain this weapon would be to walk over to the chem station and simply craft it under the Utilities tab, provided you have the required perks, a laser weapon, and all the other doodads and whatnot required to make it. Now, even though this mod features an incredibly made weapon with interesting textures, meshes, and an overall astonishing design, I think the larger part of the appeal from this mod comes from its customization. Much like all genitals, this gun comes in multiple shapes, colors, and/or sizes, and all of them are beautiful no matter what your doctor tells you. When it comes to customization, this weapon can be modified just as any other laser weaponry can be, and possibly even more, what with the additional attachments this mod provides. But the greatest thing about customizing this gun is the ability to completely change up the way firing works by changing up the muzzle. Now this mod actually features a whole bunch of muzzles with interesting designs and meshes, and each one gives your gun a different firing mode. Some shooting bolts, some lasers, and some just giant, swollen blue fucking balls, rapidly dropping as soon as you fire them, and even causing an explosion where they land, just like testicles. Even though this gun is initially found or crafted as a handgun, it can actually, much like laser weaponry, be transformed into a rifle. If you ever feel the urge to wrap your hands around something a little bit bigger, and honestly quite girthier as well. Don't forget the girth. But when it comes to combat capabilities, this weapon handles very similar to the Alien Blaster in Fallout 4. That being said, with each muzzle modification, the gameplay is going to be somewhat different than it was previously. So now you can just take your brand new weapon and kill the very Zetans that helped create it. I mean, unless they kinda end up killing themselves, which... yeah. In which case, this gun is also great for cleaning up a large collection of dead alien bodies. There we go. Now this no longer looks like a massacre, but what with all the cheap alien costumes, gushing blood, and tons on tons of white powder, kind of looks like a rave aftermath. If for some odd reason you actually enjoyed watching this video and would like to watch more, then subscribe to the channel. As always, my name is Maggie, you've been watching TrollenBros. Until next time guys, I'll see ya!